We're back with another episode. We're back with another episode of Brit Says. And yeah, how was you guys? Thanksgiving or your week? Maybe you don't celebrate Thanksgiving. I don't know. But I celebrated Thanksgiving this week, and you know what? It was cool. It was cool. My parents came over and I cooked. You know, prepping for Thanksgiving. It was a lot. It was a lot. And it gets jittery because you're like, am I gonna cook everything? Am I gonna get everything done? But I got everything done, and I was excited about that because like I literally made like a menu like on that little reminders thing I was talking about last week, and I just made sure, you know, that I got everything that I wanted to make made. Like I didn't want to like fail myself or cut myself short, you know what I'm saying? So I got everything done, and that was cool. Like it was cool, and we got food in the house. You know, well, we about to be done. Well, Thanksgiving was Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday. That thing probably gonna be done by Tuesday, bitch. Like for real. Maybe tomorrow. I'm not even certain. But yeah. Thanksgiving was dope. So what's up next? Christmas. Y'all have anything on y'all Christmas list? Anything you want for Christmas? I feel like when you become an adult, it's kind of hard to know what you want for Christmas. Like even my birthday, I never really knew. I don't know. I don't have any ideas what I want for Christmas this year. It's kind of like, I don't know. Like, what do I want? I know I want to get Femi Bay a PS5. And yes, I am one of those. My man has done a lot for me throughout the years. And the thing with me is like, I can't get privy to like, if I want to buy something, I should be able to buy it. And I can't get jiggy with this whole, like, when is it in stock? Finding the inventory. Like, I'm trying to follow Google Alerts. The articles are leading me nowhere. I know you could sign up for emails. Like, I don't have time for that. And I think that's going to set me back, personally. Like, if I want something, I just want to go and buy it. Like, I don't get it. I just want to buy the item. And I just feel like this whole witch hunt is a lot. It's a lot. Like, I'm dead serious. Like, if I want to buy something for somebody, I should be able to go buy it. Have y'all ever, like, been like that? Like, I know some people do that with sneakers and mostly sneakers and electronics. That's the only thing I know of. Oh, some people do that with the iPhone or whatever, which is kind of, like, weird because, you know, eventually, I guess you want to be the first one to have it. If you do like reviews on YouTube and stuff like that. But yeah, the way he's looking, he might have to wait. He might have to pick something else. I don't know. I really want to. Like I'm trying. Like I don't know how to live this life. This life of, you know. And then they're not really doing camp outs no more. I would camp out. I don't got nothing better to do. I would dead ass camp out like on some G shit. Like for real. Like I would really sit in front of a fucking Best Buy, bitch. Like I'm really that type. If I had to, I would. But they're not really doing that anymore because of COVID. What I heard is like you have to try to get it online and then you could do curbside pickup. You cannot buy it in store or whatever because of that. Because of COVID-19 or whatever. I feel like that's good. They should have been doing that anyway. Having people camp out is a little bit much. You know what I'm saying? But I mean, if that's the way I could get it at this point, like I don't know. I've never been like that. The only, you know what? I did try that with the Yeezys a couple of years ago, and then my size got sold out. And then when Kylie Cosmetics was hot, like when it was hot, I definitely, like when she said we having a drop at 1:30 p.m. blase on Wednesday, this day, I used to go on the website. Yes, I did. And I definitely bought me some lip gloss and a lip kit. Like when she was at her peak, yes, I did. So, I mean, I guess I have a little understanding of that. But I feel like at least, for me, it was kind of easy. Because all you had to really do was follow Kylie Jenner on Snapchat. And she would say, hey guys, I'm putting out a drop on blah, 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 blah. And at the time, I was working at Forever 21, and the girls there, they were like relatively, like, they were like 18, 19, so they was about that life. And I was like just 23, so they'd be like, oh, follow this girl on Instagram, she be telling you when the shit about to drop. Maybe I should look into that. I'm gonna check out YouTube, but I feel like these YouTubers and Instagrammers, they don't even know what the fuck Sony is doing. So it's like kind of hard to like get it, and I'm not paying overpriced for no PS5. Like I'm paying retail, because retail is already $500. So that's my journey for Christmas, is trying to get the PS5, and then I want to get him the FIFA game, and it's just like it's hard. It's hard. If I can't, I can't. I would love to. I really would love to. I'm trying. I'm gonna start digging and doing some research. My brother's a gamer too. I wonder if he has any leads or he knows anybody I should follow. I should probably hit him up to, get that PS5. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, that's my Christmas journey so far, and I don't even know what I want for Christmas. Like, a lot of times, you know what it is? Like, I want something, but then when I think about it, I'm like, do you really want that? Like, that's the type of person I am. Like, I want this. I'm like, no, you don't. Like, that's really how I am. So, like, I was thinking I want a new iPad. And I'm like, do you really? Is that really a gift worthy? Like, but I've been saying I want an iPad for mad long. But I have an iPad now, and I barely use it anymore. But I've been using it again. If it wasn't so fucking janky, I'd probably use it. I have an iPad from like 2014, and it's getting janky. Like, my Instagram looks shaky, it look blurry. It just look janky. So I don't know. Yes, the holidays is upon us, and then I mean, I ain't really got it like that. That's why me trying to get a PS5 the logic is not even there. But I have faith in a lot of things. You feel me? And I want to get people stuff for Christmas this year. Nothing too crazy. Nothing too crazy. Yeah, I think that's one of the other most stressful things about the holidays that's not brought up is I could imagine like just being a parent or somebody who is so heavy in their family, like heavy that and that's a definitely a podcast episode, is about if you like somebody who constantly gets from your family, or you give y'all have that type of family, what's the word, like that family relationship where y'all hold each other down no matter what. When Christmas come around, you gotta get them Christmas gifts. Like, let's be honest, like you just have to. And you know what's funny that happened, and something like that happened to my cousin. She was, I don't want to tell all her business, but she was telling me like somebody, her daughter's grandmother, because like not our grandmother, y'all know what I mean, figure it out, was mad because they didn't get her nothing for her birthday. And those are things like that, like when you have a relationship in that type of family relationship where y'all really like always holding each other down, when Christmas come around, you gotta get them a gift. So that should be like a podcast episode, is about like, I can't think of it, but that'll be next season or whatever. And I got little things planned, like tiny, teeny, weeny, genie, beanie, heeny things planned for Brit Says next season. But we'll see. But anyway, yeah, the intro usually is about 10 minutes, so I'm still in the cusp right now, or whatever the case may be. But yeah, we're gonna get back into holiday chat anyway, I think next week. But anyway, this episode is about how to let things go. Just let it go. This episode was actually supposed to be the episode before last week. Remember last week I did a shoot the shit episode? That was what it was supposed to be about. And you gotta let shit go. And this topic could get like really deep, so we're gonna chat. And before every topic, what do we like to do? We like to expand our minds. So, in an article on simplemindfulness.com, with no writer says, titled, Why Letting Go is So Hard and What to Do About It. We've all been blessed with heartbreaking situations where people have wronged us or things haven't gone the way we would like. Moving past them is difficult. If you've ended a relationship, job, or time in your life, it's tough to let go and move on. Your subconscious or monkey mind wants to hold onto it like a dog and won't let go of a bone. It wants to chew on it, gnaw, and dig into the painful center of it. Your logical mind gets sucked up into the drama of the monkey. You start to think of what ifs and if onlys that your monkey mind creates to add even more drama and negative feelings. It would be so much easier to just let go and move on with your life, but the monkey won't let you. You try to let go, you move on to the next relationship or job. Just when things seem to be going well again, the old thoughts start to arise again, sabotaging things. Why is it so hard to let go? Why is it so difficult to forgive and forget? Because you've been wronged and your monkey needs to prove itself right. Safety is the monkey's mind's number one priority, and being wrong is not safe. All right, so let's jump into it. Why did I bring up this topic? Because I feel like, and I'm not talking about just letting go in terms of a relationship, a partner, a job. Yes, that's why I said the term letting things go can be such a broad topic. When I think of letting things go, I think of, you might think of something someone said to you today, right? And you know how, like, it might have been like a little petty slight and you just don't want to let it go because of something somebody said or something somebody did. And I'm talking about small things. I'm not talking about big things. I'm talking about somebody said something to you or asked you a question. It's something, y'all know what I'm talking about. Like, let's say, try to give a good example. You out with your friends and somebody says, you know, something that just gnaws at you. Like, let's say you're big on your weight or something, or the way you eat, or you just like being fucking you, period. And somebody just is like, oh my God, you eat so fast. Or, oh my God, you talk when you eat, right? And it's like, that is a characteristic of you, but it doesn't bother you then. But then later on you go home and you start thinking about, oh, was I eating too fast? Was I talking while I eat? What do people think of me? Oh my God. Or maybe you said something while you was out and you start nitpicking the things you fucking said that might correlate with something a person told you. So you might say, oh, the other day on Thanksgiving, Blase was getting, one of my aunts or uncles was getting too drunk. And you know your friend feel like she's suffering with alcoholism or something. So now you like, damn, I shouldn't have brought that up. She probably think I was trying to be slick and sly and come for her, blah, blah, blah. Like, that's what I'm talking about. It's like, oh, well, then that might be like kind of sort of a different topic. That could just be like your mind playing tricks on you, or most of the time it's just like, just stop. Like, stop. Breathe. Woosah. Reel in it. Okay? Because a lot of the times we are overthinking things that people said and did to us. I kind of want to turn up the lighting because it look a little janky to me. We are overthinking things that people may have said, or we're creating things that people thought of us or think of us, and in all actuality, those things don't matter, right? People Do I think people think about other people sometimes? Yeah. But I think maybe 5%. We worry about ourselves way more than we worry about anything and anyone. Okay, like, motherfuckers ain't thinking about us as much as we think people is thinking about us. Let's just put it that way. Like, nobody's bigger than they are. Like, we are our biggest selves. And when I say that, I mean, who do you think about majority of the time? Like, and it's not even in no narcissistic way. You think about yourself. And that's just like, you could be thinking about, oh my God, my foot is hurting today. Something wrong with my foot. I gotta get my hair done. I want to get my nails done. I gotta go to work tomorrow. Like, you're just thinking about you majority of the time. Because you're in your body. You're you. You gotta take care of yourself. You have to self-preserve. So, a lot of the times, we're not even really thinking about anyone else or whatever the case may be. And I think that's one of the ways we can just let things go. Let it go. Let it go. Like Elsa or whatever from Frozen. I never even seen that movie, but I know that song. We have to learn to let things go. And when I talk of it, I mean in the sense of, if somebody says something smart, or somebody say something you think was a sick slide comment to you, let it go. For real, let it go. Just let it go. Let's say, okay, I let it go. Should I keep that person around me? Number one, a lot of times we need to sit back and look at ourselves, right? Are we perfect? No. Have you ever said some slick shit to the person that's just said some slick shit to you? Probably. And did they stick around? Yeah. So it's something you need to gauge. Because sometimes, you know, we all do that. Like, oh, I'm about to cut this person off. And it's just like, you about to cut them off, but you ain't all that either, boo-boo. And that motherfucker kept your ass around. You get what I'm saying? You might say some smart shit to certain people. You might do slick and slide things to them, but when they do it to you, you want to be like, oh, you're fucking done, right? So I feel like it's something you need to gauge. It's very situational. How petty was the comment? What was the comment about? Okay, like, but when you look back, is saying, oh, you ate so fast a big deal? No, it's not. To be honest, like, food, you know, but some people take stuff like that to the heart. Anything, you know, some stuff is not, I'm cutting you off, boo. Like, I'm sorry. Like, it has to be, to me, people you cut off are people who are draining you, not somebody who randomly said something slick to you. Like, we all, I really, you know, I be saying, I feel like we all, like, I feel like I use the term we all a lot. I want to see if this thing broke. Look at me. One thing at a time, Brittany. One thing at a time. I feel like I use the term we all, but I really be feeling like we all do certain things. Like, we all sometimes say sneaky slick stuff. So if somebody watching, like, I don't do that. That's not something I do. I'm a real edge. I say what I have to say. I don't say stuff sneaky and sly. Whatever. And we're all, you know, and I think sometimes we do that because we low-key be wanting to help. You know, it's not always, everything is not always malice. Like, I feel like we always, like, if somebody says something we don't like or does something we don't like, we think it's malice. Like, what if that person didn't really mean it to hurt you? Or what if that person said it to help you? Like, sometimes people do things indiscreetly to help you. Sometimes, though, and this is a different topic of discussion, but sometimes, though, and I learned that this year, like, people need to really, like, watch what they say. Because I feel like sometimes people do things to not hurt you Okay, well, that's the basic point. But it still is offensive, right? And I say that in a sense of like people have a tendency to try to create a narrative, right? Or they'll try to, all right, let's say what I want to say. Like, for instance, to try to ask or say something about somebody to try to figure something out. Meaning, it could be offensive because it's like, wow, you would think that I would be like that, or I would be put in a situation like that, right? But it's like, at the same time, can you really get mad at that person because they're just trying to figure something out, or they're trying to help you, or they're trying to be there for you, but they're wrong for thinking that or saying that about you. But at the end of the day, they really just care about you. I don't know. So it's like a weird spectrum. You gotta know when people is doing stuff because they care about you, and when they're doing stuff because they're trying to come for you, or they're trying to bring you down. They're trying to make you up, and they're trying to make you feel low. And there is a difference. There's two markets, and it's hard to figure out who's there for you and who's not. And I think that's why the term actions speak louder than words is so big, because I think the only way you would really know if somebody is saying things to bring you down or instead of uplift you is by their actions, right? So if somebody is constantly, they're not there for you, they don't do anything for you, they're never around you, they're never there for you, they're never one-on-one for you, but they always talking and shit, they got some smart to say for you. Obviously, that person is not somebody who is a friend of you, a kin of you, or somebody who cares about you, you know what I'm saying? But ultimately, too, even if eventually somebody does say something smart to you and you find out you want to cut them off, sometimes you might deadass cut that person off, but the pain and the hurt that person did to you, you still haven't let go. And you have to let things go. We have to learn to let things go. For real. Like, and sometimes just know the person. Like, for me, it's certain people, it's easy to let go the things that person said, because I know that either they ain't shit, to they I hate the word, but they might be miserable. That's a key, the word miserable. And sometimes people just be going through shit. Like, sometimes I've been doing that lately, like really reevaluating, thinking about things, and even like watching things. Like, if I watch something and I hear people's perspective on things, it allows me to understand. And this is for people who are really at a point in their life where they're trying to reach self-actualization, though. These are the type of people that, when I watch stuff, they keep it real. Like, I realized I was behaving this way because of blase, and blase, boom, boom. Oh, dang, it's already 4 o'clock. The key. I realized I was acting this way because of blase, and blase, boom, boom. Right? And, it makes you say, you know what? And it's hard. I know this is hard. It can make you say, you know what? This person doesn't mean that. This person is angry because of the life that they have endured. And it's hard. The life that, I'll talk, the life that they have endured, something that they experienced, the things that they are going through currently. What they mean, what they say to me, they don't mean it. It's harmless. You know what I'm saying? But for some people, I know you guys are like, that's not my fucking problem. And I definitely made an episode like that. Which says, where I'd say, some people really need to, stop blaming their past on their behaviors and really get in tune with the type of person they are, which is very true. But that's fine, But that part can also help you learn to let things go. is learning that, number one, that person is broken. Like, that person is, like, they don't know no better. I feel bad saying certain things, like saying a grown person. It could be a grown person don't know no better. But yeah, sometimes that could help you is if you sit back, if you know something about this person. Or sometimes if you're a real sympathetic person, even if you don't know nothing about that person, you can sit and say, you know what? I don't know what that person been through. The way they're treating me is not personal. You know, they have problems, or they've been through stuff that they haven't worked through therapy, through God, through whatever. They haven't worked it out. And when you could reach that certain type of sympathy, it'll help you learn to let things go. I'm telling you, like, start doing that. Like, for real. Like, start. And I know a lot of y'all like, nah, fuck these people. No, for real. If you really, really, really sit down and you think like, damn. But know how to do it. Because then you might start doing that a lot, and then people might start taking advantage of you. I'm not telling you go fucking bang with that person, hang with that person, and be mad cool with that person if they're super nasty to you. I'm not saying that. I'm saying in order for you to live your life purposefully and be able to gauge your mental health, is after a situation where somebody upset you or said something, go home, go wherever the fuck you go, and say, you know what? That person has been through X, Y, and Z. This person, I don't even know how they dealt with da-da-da-da-da. And how they're treating me is not personal. Say that. And if you want to be done with that person, be done with that person. But you need to make sure that you say those things to yourself, because that's going to help you realize it's not that deep. And it's not. Because guess what? Words is words. Like, you know, or whatever. If somebody says something to you, is it true? And if it is true, you know, you can fix it. You can work on things, right? And words shouldn't make you. You make you. You decide who you are and who you're not. Okay? So don't allow people to say stupid stuff, like tiny, like that example was such a good example, or tiny little things. Like, people be taking mad stuff to the heart, like, oh my God, why did she weird? Oh, you know, and those are the type of people I really don't like. The type of people I really don't like is like people who really dead ass do be saying stuff and it really be about you. Like, for instance, like, they'll be like, I don't like when like dark skinned girls wear blue eyeshadow, right? But you dead ass wearing blue eyeshadow, or they saw you with blue eyeshadow on last week. Shit like that. But people like that got problems, because it's like, people like that is sick. Like, for real. So it's certain people might let things like that get to their head, and it's like, okay, they might feel like that and they might have said that to get to you, but did you like how you looked in that blue eyeshadow? Did you? And if ultimately you could say, I like the way I looked in that blue shadow, I like the way that food tastes, that's why I ate so fast, it's about you. Motherfuckers want to call you narcissistic. In order to keep your mental health straight, sometimes you gotta be a little narcissistic. Because if you keep constantly thinking about what he, she, and they said instead of what you fucking said and how you fucking feel about yourself, then you're gonna constantly be in this tangle of a mental health disaster. And we can't have that. It's about how you feel. Somebody don't like the way you look. Do you like the way you look? And if you could answer no to that, because maybe you might not like the way you look, you should always like the way you look, or whatever the case may be. When I say don't like, because some people, okay, let's say, because not liking the way you look could be very hasty, meaning like, I don't like my weight. If you don't like your weight, technically you could go lose weight, right? So if you do look at yourself and you see things about yourself that you don't like, figure out ways that you could fix it, or whatever. And that goes back to, did that person say that to you out of love? Like, let's say somebody said something about, I I do think that's nasty though, and maybe you should hang around that person. But let's say somebody says something about somebody that's like big, and you big, and now you feel like they was talking about you, but maybe they was dead ass just talking about that person. Maybe they think you big and sexy, like, you feel me? Does your weight make you feel insecure? It does. So what would you do about that? You will go and try to lose weight. That's all you could do. Or maybe you feeling yourself. Maybe you feel like you look fucking good. You know? Like, in your weight and in your skin. So why the fuck does what that person say impact you? So either or, whether you think the statement is true or you don't, there's a way to figure it out. Right? Let's be honest. It's a way to walk around all this shit. If you don't like it, fix it. If you like it, keep it and work with it, bitch. And that's just the reality of it, you know. But that's the simple way of letting things go, is knowing like, all right, this person said this about me. Is it true? Maybe. Do I like the way this truthful statement makes me feel? No. And if you don't, what do? What do you do when you don't like something? You fix it. You change it. You do it over. I don't like the color of this wall. I do like the color of the wall, right? What would I do if I didn't like it? I would go buy paint and I would paint it the color I like. You feel me, right? Every circumstance is fixable. I don't give a fuck what nobody says. It's about how much energy and determination you want to put into fixing that issue. That's the real tea. It's about, do you want to fix it? How will you want to fix it? You know what I'm saying? Will you fix these problems? Everything is fixable. If you're dead broke and you're poor and you're homeless, there's a way to fix it. Right? Some people think, oh, I'm stuck in this. No. You'll figure it out. You'll figure it out. Everything is fixable if you want to fix it. You get what I'm saying? So that's another way to really just gauge in on letting things go. It's like, all right, this was said, now I'm going to fix it. Simple. That's simple. That one is simply said, but I'm not going to sit here and act like it's not hard to do. Right? Because sometimes it's easily said than done. I'm not going to front. But at least when you say it, it will make you feel better. I would think so. If you say, I'm going to fix this, doesn't it make you feel better? Like, let's say I want to lose weight today. Once you say it, you feel better. Like, oh, I'm about to lose weight. You about to go buy you a fucking salad, bitch. Then you buy a salad, you start feeling yourself. Then you go to the gym, you start feeling yourself. Like, as long as you say it, put it into the atmosphere, the universe, prayer to God, just throw that in the atmosphere. It makes you feel better. Letting go big things. I feel like there's a bigger topic of discussion, like trauma. It's not that easy. It's not a just let it go type of thing. You have to put in the work. I talk about this all the time. You have to go get therapy. If you have to go pray. You have to go to church. You have to find something, free resources to really just fix trauma. Trauma is not a thing that you could fix cold turkey. You can't do that alone. I don't think so. I think if you do try to do it alone, you gotta be serious. Like, you gotta be waking up, like watching sermons, watching inspirational things, and leading. Like, you would probably, no lie, have to come off of social media and things like that. Come off the internet and literally focus full-fledged on yourself. So it may be to the point too. Well, no. As long as you got somebody decent in your life, if I was gonna say, you gotta be alone. Like, you gotta get out of relationships. I'm big. If you want to do it cold turkey, not cold turkey. Well, it is cold turkey, but just do it alone with no help. I don't advocate that, I'm big on, getting help. But I do understand as well that a lot of people don't have health insurance. A lot of people can't pay for therapy. These sessions is what, $150 a session? So what happens when we're in those type of situations, right? You gotta figure it out. Like, pick up a book, read. The library is free. A library card is free. Like, even if you don't have money, these resources is free. Read. You don't like reading, you like listening. YouTube is free. It's free. And the library is free. But now the library is closed due to fucking COVID. COVID is fucking people over. Real talk. Because the library is free. The library has computers and laptops and books. The library is heavily slept on. Like, big fucking facts. Like, I used to go to the library a lot. Like, 2017, 2018. Because, I used to go there to apply to jobs because I didn't have a laptop, and I would go there to like print out resumes and stuff. Isn't that weird? I didn't have a computer, I didn't have a laptop, and it wasn't that I couldn't afford one. The type of thing with me is like, if I want a new job, I want to apply to something, I want to do it right now. Right? So if I'm like on my phone, and not every job you could apply on your phone, like certain stuff, like when you do those stupid assessments, like, I need a computer for that. But like certain times when, like, if I see a job I want or I like, I'm not about to go buy a laptop for it. I'm gonna just go to the library real quick. I don't sleep in the library. My only downfall with the library, side story time. Once I went to the library to apply to a job, fix my resume up, blase, and I think I left the file of my resume on the computer. And somebody called me and it was like, oh, I got a job, blah, blah, blah. And I'm like, okay, who's this? And then he was like, nah, where you from though? So basically, somebody took my number off my resume and called me because they wanted to holler at me. And that shit always stuck with me because not only is your phone number on your resume, but your address is on your resume. So it just pissed me off that somebody would really like go on my, like, I understand, like, in some ways it's my fault. Actually, I feel like I deleted my resume. Like, maybe that person like checked my history on a computer or something. Like something along, I don't know how they did it, but they was from the library because he told me or whatever. Like, I see you at the library, where you from, blase. How you, like, I was like, what the fuck? Like, I was pissed. And then I went and bought a laptop. And that was just how that story ended. Now, don't let these things get to you. These things are rare. Don't let these things. When the world opens back up, the library is fucking lit. If you don't have it like that, definitely go to the library. Go on a computer. Watch some inspirational YouTube. This is only if you cannot afford a therapist, okay? Because there is a market for that. And these are the things I want to talk about on Britt Says, because I think that we try to push so much pressure on people to do things that we don't realize cost money. Or we try to talk about things that we don't realize that a lot of people don't have these resources. A lot of people don't do these things. Like last week I spoke about the holidays, right? I think people talk about the holidays on their podcast, but a lot of people don't talk about it's people who dead ass don't have family to celebrate with on holidays. Like, it's certain shit that is not discussed. Oh, a lot of people like fix your mental health. A lot of y'all not out here getting therapy. Did it ever occur to you that people don't have $150 a week? These things don't resonate with people. What are free resources that we could give to people to help with their mental health and things like that? Like, these are things that's not often discussed. And I get that to some it might be problematic for me to come up here and tell people, oh, go on YouTube and watch inspirational videos and sermons and journal. And like when you get mad, I gave last week the crisis hotline at night or whatever. When you get in that bag, these are the things you can do. People got to get help some way, somehow. I'm trying, you know what I'm saying? Because there is a market for people who really don't make a lot of money, but they can't get Medicaid. They cannot get, what's the other one? There's certain things that they're not eligible for Obamacare still with the money they make because they got kids, and it's so much stuff that people don't really discuss. But before I go off on a tangent, back to the topic. Yeah, it's just, you know, learning to let go is very hard. But when I speak of let go, like I said, I'm talking about the little things. Stop letting people get to you. And sometimes I come here and I need to practice what I preach, right? But like, stop letting people get to you. People got their own shit. People ain't shit. Some people just got so much stuff on them, and I know it's so hard to be that person. I say this all the time. Like, it's so hard. Like, some things are so hard to be. It's so hard to be that person that gives a fuck about another person, right? I know. For some of us, it's like, Brittany, like, I really don't give a fuck that this person is going through something. They shouldn't have said that shit to me. I get it. I know. I get it. I know. Look at me. I know. I wish I could rub your back. I know 100% that you don't give a fuck, but you need to. In order for you to genuinely let some shit go, you have to understand that people got their own problems, and that's hard. Oh. And the reason why is because that'll help you learn that it's not personal. It has nothing to do with you. Half the shit, let's keep it a buck. Half the reasons why people is mad is because of their fucking parents. I'ma just say it. It be the parents. It be them. It be the childhood. It be them. Everybody always be mad at their fucking parents, bitch. That's another episode. It's just like, but keep it 100. That really be the real tea. Like, a lot of shit really be just like, people just be mad from their childhood. Like, they be mad at their mom, they be mad at their dad, they be mad at their fucking childhood. It don't got nothing to do with you. So that's the key of this whole episode, bitch. When somebody say something that gets you mad, when somebody do something that gets you tight, reel that shit back in and say, you know what, I don't know what happened in their childhood. We all say that often, but that really be the stem of a lot of shit is your fucking childhood. It's either the childhood or the parents. Because some people do be having dope-ass parents, but then they go through something so traumatic, but they had the dopest upbringing. So it's just like, but a lot of times it be like, I hate my mom, I hate my dad. They didn't take care of me. Or it just be like, they childhood in general, some crazy shit happened. Like, in general, the way shit popped off or whatever. So a lot of shit don't have nothing to do with you. Not a lot, most of it. The only time shit probably gonna really have something to do with you is when you bring kids in this world. When you are the problem. If you are a parent, it's the truth. Nobody want to hear it, but it's the truth. I'm sorry. I don't mean to break nobody's heart, but it's your fault, and it's okay. That's the only time when you a problem is when you a parent, and it's fucked up. Like, I used to think about that shit all the time. It's like, damn, there's no way to be the perfect parent, because I remember when I was pregnant and so many things were going on. I was just like, damn, you gotta have this discussion, that discussion, this discussion, that. It's so many things that have to be discussed and talked about that sometimes you might forget. I wouldn't even think to talk about certain things until I watch this, like watch something on TV. Like, I remember one time I came in here, I was telling you I was talking about watching the NXIVM shit with the cults, and how people can be so impressionable. And it's like, damn, this is a conversation the mother never probably had with her daughter. It's like, it's certain things you forget to talk about. It's because life is such a big ball of problems and issues and ideas and situations that you can only do your best. You can't fit everything all in one. It's so hard. It's hard. It's so, like, so many topics to be talked about. And then not only that, you gotta deal with them leaving the house and other people putting their bullshit in their head, and it's crazy. So I'm laughing because it's just mad funny how I'm like, look, at the end of the day, don't take nothing personal that nobody said to you. That shit is for their parents to deal with. And that's a big motherfucking fact, bitch. Don't take nothing personal. Nobody said or did to you. That is for their fucking parents to deal with, bitch. For you, it is your job. When you exit that person's space or whatever that situation space, whatever the fuck you went through or whatever, for you to come home, gather yourself and tell yourself, this is not my problem. This is the new saying. This is how we're living our life going into end of 2020 and into 2021. When somebody act like a piece of shit, say, this is not my problem. This is their parents' problem. It's not your problem. I'm dead ass. I'm so dead ass. This is not your problem. It is not personal. I'm gonna let that shit go. What they did, what they said, what happened at work, what happened at dinner, what happened at Thanksgiving, what happened on Christmas, what the fuck happened on New Year's, Hanukkah, and Kwanzaa. I'm gonna let it go. Because that's not for me to deal with. That's for them to deal with. It's not personal, it's them. And if you live on that note, honey, you gonna be alright. I'm convinced. Just let it go. Let it go. I can't speak on letting go of trauma. Not currently, you know why? Because I feel like when I'm told, this episode is about letting go things people said or did to you. That's what I'm talking about. Trauma, I feel like, is very unique. It's very different. Loss, grief, those are completely different topics. I'm talking about the little tiny tidbit shit that we get caught up in every day. Y'all know what the fuck I'm talking about. That we can have a discussion about. And with those things, you just come home or wherever you go, you gather yourself and you say, that person has problems, and you pray for them. Say, whatever they're dealing with, whatever they're going through. I swear I do that all the time. You know, whatever they're dealing with, God, whatever they're going through, please work through them, help them, fix them, mold them, grow them. Please. And help me to get through that situation. Dig into my mental health, dig into my brain. In Jesus' name I pray. Amen. And that's a prayer and that's a key. How many close but says on a prayer? Amen. Yes! You better let it go. You better pray. Like I said, I hope you guys enjoyed your Thanksgiving. You guys are gobbling up your Thanksgiving leftovers. Yes. And you know what I'm gonna do. I will see you guys next week.